Hi everyone, it's Rebecca, and March is Endometriosis Awareness Month. Throughout this month, I will be helping to raise awareness by posting information on the condition and how functional medicine can support it. But today, I want to focus on the awareness aspect of endometriosis. Endometriosis can be a debilitating condition where every month women experience excruciating period pains on a level similar to the pain of childbirth. Many people, including women, have never even heard of endometriosis. And when so many women suffer with period pains, how do we know what is normal and when to seek help? The answer is there is no normal, and every woman's experience is unique to them. The problem is that because period pain can be so common and that many women get by with painkillers, we assume that all period pain is equal and that those women who can't cope with the pain might be exaggerating, or it's in their head, they just need to get on with it. An endometriosis sufferer, aged 20, describes a visit to A&E on an endometriosis support forum and writes, "Morphine reduced the pain enough that I didn't feel like I was in absolute agony, but I couldn't go about my day. The gynecologist told me I shouldn't have come in and I should just take paracetamol and ibuprofen because nothing about me indicates there is anything wrong. When I am not hurting, I feel guilty and question if I even feel the pain at all or if I am somehow lying to myself." This really sums up the emotional and physical trauma of this condition. So what is it? Endometriosis is where cells similar to the lining of your uterus grow outside the uterus, forming lesions and scar tissue. In some women, these lesions fuse organs together, such as the bowel, bladder, uterus, or the ovaries. So no, not all period pain is created equal. It takes on average 7 years for a woman to get a diagnosis of endometriosis. Many women describe this time as incredibly stressful. Even with an eventual diagnosis, there is no targeted treatment specifically for this condition. Conventional treatment options currently include pain relief drugs, hormone treatments such as the contraceptive pill or drugs that stop the production of estrogen and put the body in a state of temporary menopause, or surgery to remove lesions in the body, or in extreme cases a hysterectomy. Drugs or surgically induced menopause in reproductive women is effectively replacing one set of symptoms for another and is a depressing outlook for women suffering with this disease. These limited treatment options highlight the gender research gap. Less than 2.5% of publicly funded research is dedicated solely to reproductive health, despite the fact that 1 in 3 women in the UK will suffer from a reproductive or gynecological health problem. However, there is 5 times more research into erectile dysfunction, which affects 19% of men, than into premenstrual syndrome, which affects 90% of women. A recent debate in Parliament acknowledged that research into female-specific health conditions was lacking. So what next? How do we raise awareness? How do we get more research and ultimately more treatment options? In my opinion, the conversation should start within our own families. Growing up, the only conversations I heard about periods were usually men joking about women's mood swings. I've always been quite open about talking about periods. It's my job, but I can understand why many women are not comfortable about being so open about their own period health. On holiday last summer, I had to tell my boys that I wasn't going into the pool because it was the heaviest day of my period, to which my husband responded, "Too much information," i.e., we don't want to hear about women's problems. This has to change. Our sons and daughters are the next generation of doctors, researchers, and politicians. If they grow up in a household where period health is not brushed under the carpet as women's problems and see the impact of these female health conditions, then the future should be brighter for female reproductive health. So start your conversation about period health today. Thanks for listening.